There's a lot of people saying that reality isn't physical, but instead is based on a code. But if that's true, how come there aren't any glitches? How come you don't hit the edge of the map, so to speak? Well, I'm going to show you right now that there are glitches all around you. You just haven't noticed. We're going to look at 5 glitches in reality and then show how they prove that you are eternal, that death is an illusion. Hey guys, Morg here, and if you are new to this channel, join our War of the Mind by subscribing right now. Also, my content is controversial, so make sure you hit the bell to turn on all notifications so that you know when something new comes out. I'm going to show you 5 glitches in reality and then show how these glitches prove that death is an illusion. So let's take a look at the first one right now. And that is, nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. Now think about how strange that is. There is a maximum speed in reality. Once you hit the speed of light, which is roughly 300,000 kilometers a second, you can't go any faster. That's it. That is the cosmic speed limit. This is completely counterintuitive to how we normally conceptualize speed. People tend to just pass over these things without really thinking about how crazy they are. I mean, really think about it. There is a cosmic speed limit. There's a certain speed that you just can't go faster. The speed of light is at 300,000 kilometers per second no matter what. If you're standing still and you turn on a flashlight, that light will travel at 300,000 kilometers per second. If you're on a rocket ship traveling at incredibly fast speeds and you turn on a light, the light will still be traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second. You cannot go faster than the speed of light no matter what. You hit a wall. Now, what's the reason for that? Why is that? We're going to find out in just a second. But now let's look at the next glitch in reality. Wave-particle duality shows that everything in existence exhibits wave behavior. That means that everything, even matter, behaves like a wave. Again, this is completely counterintuitive to how you perceive reality. You typically think of things as being solid and inert, but no, everything is wave-like. Everything is in motion and in flux. Next is the law of conservation of energy. This shows that energy can never be created or destroyed, only transformed. This is important because everything ultimately at the fundamental level is energy. This means that nothing can ever be truly created or destroyed, only transformed into other forms. Everything is eternal, and energy at its most pure state is light. This is going to be very important to remember in a moment. Next up is quantum entanglement, and this shows if you have 2 particles that are entangled, a change in one particle will instantly affect the other, no matter the distance. Now, why is this important? Well, remember, nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. That means that these particles can't be sending a signal to each other, because if a signal were sent between them, time would be required to pass as the signal travels. But there is no time interval. The particles communicate instantaneously. There is an instantaneous communication happening between the particles. This shows that reality is non-local, which means distance is an illusion. Now you might be thinking, what does this have to do with anything? Just stick with me. This all fits together, and I'm going to show you how. Next up are singularities. Now, singularities exist at the very center of black holes. A singularity is a point which contains an unfathomably huge mass in an infinitesimal point. All physical laws seemingly break down at this moment. They're the ultimate glitch. But singularities don't only exist at the center of black holes. Think of the Big Bang singularity. Scientific materialism says that everything, all of existence, originated at a singularity, that everything came forth from that singularity. That was the beginning of the space-time existence. It is founded on a singularity, which means that in the eyes of physics, the Big Bang, the beginning of everything, according to them, is founded on a mystery. Really, stop And think about how insane all these things are. Aren't these questions unanswerable? No, we can answer them simply. They are only unanswerable if you have a failed paradigm, but our paradigm explains it elegantly. We're going to show right now that these glitches, these paradoxes, are only strange when you view reality as being material and being physical. And once you realize that it's not physical, it all clears up, fits together, and forms a beautiful picture, and most importantly shows that we, all of us, are eternal. The first thing that you have to understand is that this reality isn't a simulation like a video game. It's not something that aliens programmed or something like that. This is a mathematical reality. It's a reality of mind, a shared dream, but it's all based on mathematical patterns. Now, this mathematical coding is why reality can seem like a simulation, because mathematics is very code-like. It follows structured rules just like a code. So keep this in mind, that reality is a mathematical reality of mind. And we're going to put this all together now to see how this all links up. Because these glitches, so to speak, aren't actually glitches or errors. They're only glitches and errors when you view reality as material. But when you realize that reality isn't material, that it isn't physical, but is actually a mental existence based on a mathematical code, all of this comes together and makes perfect sense. So let's explain everything right now. So let's take a look at one of the biggest glitches, the singularity, and put everything together and see what it says about existence. The Big Bang states that everything, all of space-time, came from the singularity, a single infinitesimal point at the beginning of time. However, this is a clear violation of the law of conservation of energy, which says that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed. If all of existence suddenly sprang from absolutely nothing at the Big Bang singularity, that would be a huge violation of the law of conservation of energy, which says that energy cannot be destroyed or created, only transformed. So what's going on here? You can't have everything coming from absolutely nothing for no reason at all. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Here is what happened. Remember, this is a mathematical reality of mind. The Big Bang singularity was not a moment of everything just randomly springing from nothing. That's insane. What it was mind being transformed into matter. This is not a violation of the law of conservation of energy, because nothing is being created or destroyed, it's being transformed. Mental energy, as mathematical patterns, mathematical waveforms, is being transformed into matter. This is why we have all of reality seemingly springing from an infinitesimal point. It is reality being transformed from mind into matter. Think about when you go to sleep and dream, and a dream world is suddenly springing into existence from nothing, so to speak. So here we've looked at two of them already, the Big Bang singularity and the law of conservation of energy. There is no violation of the law of conservation of energy, and the Big Bang singularity is instantly explained when you realize that this is a reality of mathematical mind, and the domain of space-time is transformed mind. Next, we get the question of wave-particle duality. Why does everything behave like a wave? That's because mind is sinusoidal waveforms. Everything exhibits wave-like behavior because in truth, at its fundamental level, nothing is material, it's mental. So a particle will follow a wave trajectory because it is following a mental trajectory. Just like I have a trajectory if I wish to go up and get something from the shelf. A particle also has a mental trajectory. This is its internal mathematical coding, its internal programming, so to speak, that tells it how to behave. To get a better understanding of this, you can think of all of us as large particles following out our internal mental programming, our internal mental coding. This is what allows us to do anything at all. I will go up and get something from my shelf because I'm following my internal mental programming, my internal mental code. The same thing is happening at all levels, at all fundamental levels of existence. Particles follow a wave trajectory because they are following their internal mental programming, which is based on sinusoidal waveforms. What about quantum entanglement, where two particles can have seemingly instantaneous communication between each other? This is easily solved once you realize that this is a mathematical reality, a reality of mind, because all distance is an illusion. Think of when you're playing a game. Distance is an illusion. You can travel around an entire game world, but ultimately there isn't any real physical distance. So to have two parts of the game communicate, you don't need to have a signal travel from point A to point B. It's all happening in the background, in the coding. Same thing in a dream. Distance is an illusion. You can travel across dream worlds, but is there really any true physical distance? No, it's all happening within your mind, a singularity, an infinitesimal point. So two particles in this existence can communicate with each other instantaneously because this is a non-local reality, meaning distance is an illusion because this is a shared dream based on a mathematical code. Everything can happen behind the scenes in the coding level. Now, why is it that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light? Well, think about how incredibly strange that light is. Light is unextended and massless. It doesn't take up any space. It doesn't have any height, length, width, or depth. Light also does not experience space or time. Light is a very special particle known as a boson. This means that light doesn't take up any space. You can effectively have a myriad of photons all occupying the same point. Now think about all these strange particles. It's unextended, it's massless, it doesn't take up length, width, or height. You can fit a myriad of photons all in a single point. What else has these properties? Mind, thought. Your mind, your thoughts don't take up any space either. They don't have any height, length, or depth. You can't measure them with a ruler. The same thing with light. That's because light is mind. Remember, energy in its purest form is light. All of reality is mind, and the purest form of mind is light. Light and mind is the foundation of existence. Light, mind, is frequency, mathematical pattern, and everything around you is transformed mind, is transformed thought, is transformed light. Philosopher Dr. Thomas Stark said, "The singularity that precedes the Big Bang is a singularity of pure light. Pure light equals pure mathematics equals pure mind. Light, ontologically, is what unextended mathematics actually is. The Big Bang is a light event, a mental event. In particular, the Big Bang involves the breaking of the perfect symmetry of light. Matter is broken light, asymmetric light, recalcitrant, sluggish thought. This is a reality of slow, sluggish thought, frozen light." Physicist David Bohm said, "The universe consists of frozen light, and this ocean of energy could be thought of as an ocean of light." What all this shows, the properties of light, the singularity, the law of conservation of energy, quantum entanglement. This shows that everything is connected, all is mind, and all is eternal. This means that We can never die. These physical bodies may perish, but they're simply avatars, and energy is only being transformed. What you truly are is a being of mind, and mind is the fundamental, eternal substance of existence that can never be destroyed. You as an avatar may crumble, but you as a mind will exist and have existed for eternity. And you are on a spiraling trajectory of evolution towards evolving into God. Do you see how beautifully this all fits together? Existence is not what you think it is. And when you try to force existence into the paradigm of materialism by saying that everything is physical and that's it, you get all of these paradoxes and inconsistencies and errors. But once you accept that this is a mental reality, a mathematical reality, a shared dream that we all inhabit together, it all fits together perfectly. Singularities, wave-particle duality, the speed of light, quantum entanglement, all of it shows that this is a reality of mind, of mathematical mind, of waveforms, of frequencies, of sinusoids, all of it coming together and forming this existence, this shared dream that we all exist in together. It's time to wake up. It's time to remember. We have so much to do. It's time to get on it. This is just the beginning.